Okay, I got time for another quick video. This is a presentation by Nick Pope, the Calvine UFO incident. And Nick Pope tells us it was the best UFO picture he'd ever seen. He had it in his office for a while. I'll leave a link to Nick Pope's video below. And this is actually a recreation. He said it's an extremely accurate recreation of the photograph because the photograph mysteriously disappeared. It was sent to somebody and never came back. This looks like a Harrier here. Now, what in this photograph immediately tells us. Now, bear in mind that Nick Pope's story has changed over the years. He was telling us all that originally he was just the guy on the UFO desk that took the reports, and I've seen other videos where he's described as the British Ministry of Defence. The British Ministry of Defence. It's Fox Mulder. He's out there with his wellies in the forest and he's investigating. You know, he doesn't leave that to DI-55. He's out there, Nick Pope, or he was. Anyway, what immediately tells us that this is not an alien spacecraft? Anybody? Anybody? You there at the back, Jenkins. Well, it appears to have a horizontal stabilizer at the back, sir. Exactly, Jenkins. Well done, lad. Well done. It appears to have horizontal stabilizing fins at the back. These are fins, like dart fins. These are. You probably can't see it on this camera, but I'll leave a link below to Nick Pope's video, the Calvine incident, and you can have a look at this yourself, and you can have a look at it on a bigger screen, and you'll see that these are just veins, like fins, stabilizing fins. Not the sort of thing you wouldn't need aerodynamic stabilization on an alien spacecraft. It's ridiculous. I'd say this is some sort of experimental thing that the Air Force are playing around with. They've got a chase aircraft here, a little Harrier. Is that a Harrier? It might be a Hunter, actually. That might be a Hunter. This might be quite an old picture. Hawker Hunter, maybe. So they've got a chase aircraft, and they're just test flying. They're test flying this thing here, and I suspect what it probably is it's not going to be any kind of exotic propulsion. That's for sure. Any kind of exotic propulsion, you're not going to need aerodynamic stabilizing fins. You're going to be able to manipulate gravity and all this sort of stuff. That's not what this is doing. I'd say this is probably a lighter than air vehicle that they were probably testing for, you know, who knows what reason. The Air Force have probably had some idea that they might be able to use it for something, maybe a stationary observation platform or something like that. This is a very old picture, I suspect, long before we had drones. So there we are. That's just another. This is a really quick video. This one, the Calvine incident. Nick Pope thinks this is brilliant and the best evidence of alien visitation, I believe. And this should give you some indication as to how much credibility to give Mr. Pope. Yes, maybe it's a. No, I won't say that. I won't say that. I won't make any offensive remarks, even though I might feel like making them. So there we go, the Calvine incident, a Nick Pope production. Not an alien spacecraft. Alien spacecraft will not require aerodynamic stabilizing fins. And chances are, if it was an alien spacecraft, this thing here, oh, I don't know, I was going to say might be shooting at it, but probably not. He'd probably, if it was a real alien spacecraft, this guy would probably be flying around it a little bit, taking some pictures probably. But would an alien spacecraft be happy to let a fighter aircraft this close to it, without, you know, destroying it necessarily, but maybe just putting him off by giving him a bit of a rattle, and maybe taking control of the aircraft and steering it away, possibly. I very much doubt an alien spacecraft would let a military aircraft get this close to it, this sort of proximity, personally. But this is the giveaway, folks. That and this band across the top, of course. Looks like a pretty clunky type device to me. This is not screaming alien spacecraft. I think Billy Myers balsa wood beam ships were more convincing as alien spacecraft. I might do another thing, but actually, just to pad this video out a bit, because it's only 6 minutes long, I'll ask you this question. With regard Billy Meyer, you know, people say, is Billy Meyer for Billy Meyer for real? Ask yourself this question. Why would aliens fly light years across space to come and talk to a one-armed woodcutter? What are they going to ask him about? Whittling tips, maybe? Of course, it's preposterous nonsense. And I think they found models of these spacecraft in his house when he moved, or something like that. He fell out with his wife, and his wife said it was all models. And of course, you know, the people that are saying Billy Meyer is for real are saying, oh yes, well, you know, he's made models of what he's seen. There's no way that he made these models and then suspended them on fishing line and photographed them. And preposterous twaddle, of course. So put a line through Billy Meyer. Anyway, that's not what the video's about. The video's about the Calvine incident. Remember, Nick Pope said this is the best UFO picture he's ever seen. The one that that convinces him there's something to alien visitation. And his photographic analytical skill, I think, leaves a lot to be desired. Aerodynamic fins on an interstellar spacecraft? I really don't think so. Alright, well, again, thanks for watching. I'll leave a link below to Nick Pope's video, the Calvine incident, and you can listen to Nick's twaddle, and perhaps I'll catch you again.